Subscribe my YouTube channel and click the bell icon. Let us start the video now. Hello students, I am Pramila Malik and today we will discuss about note making for reading section. So let us start today's topic. First of all, see the meaning of note making. Note making is a skill that enables one to present large chunks of information in a brief, organized and clear manner. Understand again, note making is a study skill that enables one means one person, to present large means big chunks of information in short, logical and clear manner. It helps one to retain important things about a particular piece of writing or speech, because this is just an impossible for a person to keep all the records, all the information in his or her mind about a particular piece of writing or a speech or lectures, presentation, discussions, any debates and all. So what we have to do? We have to be skilled in note making. Why? Because it helps us in following ways. Number 1, remembering important details from the passage or speech. Number 2, refreshing our memory about something we read or had heard in the past. Third, preparing for examinations. Number 4, planning essays, speeches, lectures and presentations. Number 5, participating in discussions or debates. So in this way, students, we can say that note making is a practical skill that can be used in different areas. And now there are some points to remember while making notes. What are these? Number 1, notes are always brief. Then notes should be written in third person pronouns. How many pronouns are there? There are 3 forms of pronouns. Number 1, first person, number 2, second person and number 3, third person. First person pronoun are I and we. Second person pronoun is you and third person pronoun he, she, it and any person's name. So, in which person pronoun notes should be written? Always in third person. Keep it in your mind. Then complete sentences must not be used while making notes. Only short phrases or just words are used to present the information. And all information must be presented in a logical sequence. This is the most important point. And last, recognizable abbreviations and symbols should be used to save time. And now here are some main parts of a note making. In total there are 5 main parts. Number 1, title. Number 2, heading. Number 3, subheading. Number 4, sub-subheading. And number 5, abbreviations and symbols. And now I am going to explain each clearly. Number 1 is title. What the title is? See, title is a word or a phrase that sums up the main theme of the passage. In your exam, you are supposed to supply a suitable title to the unseen passage. For finding a suitable passage, read the passage thoroughly to get the gist of the passage and know what it is all about or what the theme is. At least read the passage twice. The central theme of the passage will help you all about and identify the best suitable title. Remember, your title should be short and catchy because a suitable title carries 1 mark in your examination. Clear, students? Now second one is heading. When you read the passage carefully, you will feel that the whole passage can broadly be divided into 4 or 5 main concepts. These broad concepts form the main headings of your notes. These headings should not be more than 3 or 4 words each and should be written in bold and underlined too in order to highlight them. Then third main part is subheading. All the broader concepts of the passage which we highlighted in our headings are also further developed into their sub-concepts. This further development should also be used under each heading in the form of subheadings or points. We should use short, clear phrases or words to write these subheadings. Later on, I will provide you how would you make notes. So, numbering and indentation and format 1, format 2, style 1 and style 2. So, no need to take any tension right now. Just try to understand these 5 parts only, that what are these. Then comes subheading. Some subheadings may also lead to further development and these should be included in subheading. And abbreviations and symbols, these are used for precision and economy of words. As per the exam requirements, at least 4 recognizable abbreviations should be used. Similarly, symbols can also be used to save time and words. So students, in my next video, we will discuss about abbreviations and symbols. Till then, bye.